and welcome to this earnings special here at Bloomberg Quint Live. Higher provisions led to Equitas Holdings reporting a net loss of 30 crores during the quarter gone by. Joining us to discuss the same in detail is Raghavan HKN, the President of Inclusive and Outreach Banking at Equitas Holdings. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us on Bloomberg Quint. Talking about the quarter went by, it has been a muted quarter. Company reported a net loss of approximately 30 crores despite improving asset quality and fundamentals. What is the reason for that?
Yeah, I think I would say the indications are pretty good because one is that the microfinance NPA, which was there as a post demonetization. Since last close to a year, we have been monitoring and try to recover this particular set of from this set of clients, and we have not seen any traction there. So the board felt that it is only prudent to actually provide 100% on this particular portfolio of NPA. So the board has decided to kind of provide 100%, because of which it has resulted in a loss of 30 crores. But this, I think, is very positive because now the microfinance book is clean and it's kind of worst is over.
So as you mentioned, microfinance portfolio has been fully cleansed. And can you update us on the banking transition, also the mix between MFI and non-MFI AUM?
See, clearly the MFI mix between microfinance and microfinance, the microfinance portfolio today is around 30% of the portfolio, and non-microfinance portfolio around 70%. And year-on-year growth, if you look at non-microfinance portfolio, it has grown around 44%, and new products, which is agri loan and business loans, are contributing around 10% to the total overall portfolio, and we have found a good traction there. And microfinance has actually degrown around 30%. Net, even after degrowth of microfinance, overall we're able to register 7.5% growth in the overall advances. And going forward now, microfinance will also start growing. And it will grow at a pace definitely far lesser than the other products, because the other products will grow faster. And the microfinance will also start growing, but it will still remain a kind of below 30% contribution to the overall portfolio advancements in the quarters to come.
In terms of deposits, what kind of traction do you see in your liability franchise, sir?
Liability franchise, the total project phase is completely over. The complete focus now on the branches productivity in terms of customer acquisition and CASA acquisition. Our total deposits now stands at 3,700 crores, which is actually 45% of the total borrowings. And quarter after quarter, we are seeing a 20% growth in terms of total deposits. And the contribution of CASA to this particular deposits, which was around 28% last quarter, has improved to 30% in quarter 3. And we would be, quite happy to drive this to close to 45% of the total deposits.
Sure. And all right, how much more can you improve on cost to income ratio as net interest margins are falling? Where will it stabilize according to you?
I think cost, if you look at it totally, the cost over quarter 3 to quarter 2 to quarter 4, in terms of volumes, it has kind of stabilized. And in quarter 3, we had a one-off expenses because of which there is a spike in terms of the cost to income ratio. And income definitely will start growing. As I was telling, the coming months, you'll find the advances growing because the microfinance will also start growing, and as we are already seeing a good traction in non-microfinance also, the advances will start growing, which will have a positive impact on the income. So cost being at this level and then income rising, the cost to income ratio graph should start coming on in the quarters to come. As far as the NIMs are concerned, it has come down from 9.3 to 8.7 on two accounts. One is that in terms of NIM on advances is exactly around 9.3%, and it has not changed from last quarter to this quarter. But anyway, in anticipation of better business in quarter 4, we had some borrowings in quarter 3, which has been deployed in other instruments, because of which you'll find a small dip in terms of NIMs in this quarter, and it will definitely improve in the coming quarters to come.
All right, sir. And lastly, can you share some details on collection trends in key states like Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Karnataka?
Collections in Tamil Nadu is around 99.8%. Maharashtra, I'll talk about pre-demonetization and then post-demonetization disbursements. Post-demonetization disbursements today is collection trend is around 99.6% in Maharashtra and other states also.
All right, sir, it was pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for joining us on Bloomberg Quint. With that, we have come to an end of this earnings special broadcast. Stay tuned into Bloomberg Quint Live.